word this week?
I only know up to bad dates.
How long is this?
A couple minutes.
A few minutes. Okay.
All right.
So, Indiana Jones. That makes me uncomfortable. I know you're filming me. I wish it was a secret. Okay, so Indiana Jones is in South America, and he's running, and he has these tour guides. But the tour guides, a few of them are bad, and so the bad guys, he with his whip, he gets them. They run off into the Amazon. So him and this other little poncho guy, they go into the thing. Spiders are everywhere, and then this bowling ball comes out of nowhere and almost murders them both. And so they're running. Don't laugh at me. And so they're running, and so they get to the thing, and then they get out with it, and then there's this big moat in between them. And so in the moat, the other guy is on the Mexican fella is on the other side. So the Mexican fella says, "Throw me the toy," and he's like, "No, you throw me the whip," and he's like, "You throw me the whip, I throw you the statue," and he's like, "You throw me that," and they don't have time to argue, and so he throws it to him, and he's like, "Sucker," and so he runs, and so he gets on the other side. Indiana Jones gets his stuff. He gets on the other side of the moat before he dies, and he gets on the other side, and as he's walking, he sees.
This isn't a recap. This is like the whole movie.
No, he gets to the other side, and he sees, okay, I'll go faster. So he gets to the other side, he sees the guy, he's dead, he got booby-trapped and stuff. And so he takes the idol thing from him, and he gets out when there's this bad archaeologist who's there waiting for him. But he has the upper hand, even though he's totally evil, because he speaks the native language of the tribe. And so he gets him, and he's like, "Kill him!" But Indiana Jones tricks him, throws him the idol, and then he runs. And so he gets away, and so he's back in classroom. And all the ladies love him in the classroom, all of his students. And so he's teaching this and that. One girl's like, "I love you, Dr. Jones," on her eyeballs. And so he's teaching and stuff. And then his friend, museum curator, shows up. Museum curator's like, "Let me see the idol." He's like, "I don't have that, but I have these cool rocks for you. You can buy these. If you buy these, I can get money for the airplane to go and get the idol back." And he's like, "Yeah, that's cool. I'll take those rocks. We'll talk about the airplane later. The army's here. They want to talk to you about Nazis." So he goes and he talks to them. When he's talking to them, they say, "Hitler knows where to get this Lost Ark thing. It's in Egypt, but we really filmed it in Morocco." And he's like, "Okay." And so he goes and they're like, "Oh, but wait, there's a catch. You have to talk to this girl that you used to bone her, but her dad had the stuff, but he's dead now, and you need to talk to her to get the stuff because she's the one who knows where it is." And so he goes, and they do that. So he goes and talks to the girl, and he's like, "Hey, bitch, and so we used to do it, and stuff. I know you're still mad, and you didn't let it go, but I need this thing from you." And so she's like, "I have it, and I know right where it is." And he's like, "I'll give you $3,000. And she's like, "No, you need to give me all kinds of money." And he's like, "Okay, I'll give you $2,000 tomorrow." She's like, "Okay, but you gotta come back tomorrow." And so she wouldn't give it to him right there. So he's like, "Okay, whatever." He leaves. Lucky for her, he didn't leave, because that's when the Nazis showed up. And so the Nazis come in, and they're all like, "Oh, give me the thing." She's like, "I'm just an asshole to you." Like, "Oh, what's Indiana Jones?" And they're like, "Okay, we're gonna stab you with this fire stick." And so they go to poke at her and stuff. And then lucky for her, Indiana Jones comes in, they burn the whole fucker down. And so then they leave, but that one creepy guy gets away, and then they find him later on. But that's a bad Nazi, boss man. And so they get out, and they're in Morocco, and then there's baskets and stuff, and then there's a monkey, and he talks, kind of. And so they're running around, they're doing things, Nazis chase them, she gets lost in a basket. He thinks that she just totally just died in the car, and it exploded. And so, because the monkey gave her away, because he's like, "Oh, she's in here." You don't really know what side the monkey's on, and you get over it, because then right after this, he thinks, "Oh no, she's dead, but I'm over it." And so then he goes and he's talking to his friends, and then he sees this Nazi guy at a Morocco, Egypt bar, and the guy's like, "Look, I'm a Nazi, but I'm not a bad Nazi. I just really need to find this thing. Let me find it." And he's like, "Nope, I'm Indiana Jones." And so the guy's really pissed off. So then he goes and he's hanging out at night, and they're having a little snack, talking about plans. And so that's what happened. And so that's when the guy they're talking, and then this Nazi sneaks in the window and puts poison in the dates, but you don't know, Indiana Jones doesn't know that yet. And so then the monkey's like, "Oh, snack time," is eating things, and then they walk in, and Indiana Jones grabs a date, throws it in the air, and then the man goes, "Bad dates," because the monkey's dead and he's on the floor. I know the rest of it, but it's going to be a real long time.